Hype, hype. Woo! Yo, this is tight, dude. Good stage presence. Very tight brass section. Guitar girl, let's go. Love her hairstyle, very trademark Japanese. It's a PRS, really nice tone. Her happiness is infectious. I love it. Woo! Oh, God, I love the showmanship. Oh man. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps for this. Oh, nice pink bass. God damn. Blinged out. Okay. Oh! Oh, solid dynamics, very musical. Woo! 6-stroke heaven, baby. Shout out to the band for keeping it together. Woo! This is insane, man. Oh my God. Hey! Woo! Love the wah pad on the guitar. Very funky. Oh, man. There you have it, folks. Jazz Avengers from Japan. Sick group, man. That was so fun to watch. These women, they have so much stage presence. Loved every single one of them, man. Shout out to Senri as well. I don't know all their names yet, which I'll probably include in the description. It was probably in the description of the video. I just went ahead and reacted to it without looking too much into it. But amazing performance. The drums were a little bit buried in the mix, but this was more for the band, right? And it was a super funky song. And the guitar player, man, she's one of the happiest guitar players I've seen in a Japanese group. Loved her performance as well. Very nice tone on her guitar, and her wah pedal was on point, okay? Like, that was the best use of wah I've seen in a while, at least on my channel. And I'm going to be honest with you, the keyboard player, I didn't hear too much. She was also very buried in the mix, but very, very nice patch on her keyboard. Very interesting setup. If you guys haven't noticed, for you keyboard players out there, I know this is a drum-focused channel, but I dabble in a little bit of all the instruments, and I couldn't help but notice this really weird jank setup where she has like a keyboard stand thingy and then an X stand on top of a crate. And I don't know exactly the reasoning for this setup, but I've seen most people just set up on one stand. So shout out to this very interesting conception by the keyboard player. And shout out to their outfits. They're very kawaii, as they would say in Japan. Shout out to the brass section. If you happen to play a brass instrument or play sax, I'm curious if you could tell just by looking at these if these are Selmers or Yamahas or whatever brand you think it is. And shout out to all these women for, I just realized they're wearing all high heels and they're running around. So shout out to all of them. I think only she was wearing tennis shoes. I don't know if Senri herself was wearing high heels, but man, drumming in high heels is probably a pain in the ass. So I wouldn't blame her if she was also wearing tennis shoes. Bass player shout out once again. I couldn't tell exactly what the brand of bass is. It could be an American standard. It's either, actually looking at the neck, that looks like a Sadowski, which is very representative of the USA. They're made in New York, I believe. So I think this is a Sadowski's. Let me know in the comments if you're a bass player and you happen to know. And sorry, I always go into a gear talk when I react to bands because I'm a gear nerd a little bit. Paul Jones, I think that's also American too. I don't know what the cab is. It looks pretty interesting. That's an Audix D6 microphone that's used for kick drums. And it's also used for bass guitars. So that's pretty interesting. She did not do a direct out, but amazing solo, very solid. She's moving around on stage, so really good stage presence there. Trying to see now, the main focus is the drummer, Senri. She is usually, in the last video that I saw of her when she was a lot younger, I couldn't help but notice that she did smile a lot. She seems a little bit more serious now. I don't know if it was this performance. Let me know in the comments if you've been watching other recent videos of her. She just doesn't seem as gleeful, which is perfectly fine. She nailed the part. I mean, she did smile a lot at the end, and her drumming was solid. Her solo was freaking sick. I could never do those types of things. And she was, I mean, it's the trademark. She did a lot of trademark stuff around the kit. That's her style. So she's continued to do that. Kept a lot of the same chops, but still amazing as always. And like I said, I really like this new setup with the reduced cymbals, and it wasn't harsh like the previous recording that I listened to, because the other mix was very drum heavy and it was from 10 years ago. So this is as good as it gets for a current generation audio/video recording. So shout out to the people over in Hong Kong, the people that set up this festival. Shout out to the mixing engineers and the cinematographer for that particular day. So they did a really great job here. But other than that, I think that's all I had in terms of the gear. This particular girl, this sax player right here, I'm blocking her. Let me see here. I don't know if I can get a better shot. Yeah, this girl on the right here that I have my cursor over, she looks a lot like the singer in my band from a while back. I am in a Vietnamese American band myself, and we started out with a Japanese singer named Kyoko. And she sang a lot of, well, we had her sing one city pop song called Plastic Love, a classic. And then she also sang a lot of American music. But I don't know, I thought that was interesting that she low-key reminded me of Kyoko. So yeah, that's just a random lore about Drum Roast here. And I think that is it. Once again, thank you to the, I kid you not, Filipino subscriber who recommended me this group. I really much enjoyed reacting to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it with me as well. And if you have any more suggestions for other Japanese jazz groups or Japanese drummers in general, definitely let me know. I love this sort of genre of music, but I'm willing to be open to other genres as well, because I can always learn something from other genres. Okay, so I try to approach all this with an open mind as usual. And if you have just other Asian drummers in general that you want me to react to, throw it in the comments, vote amongst yourselves, comment on each other's comments, and the algorithm will take care of itself, and I'll try to react accordingly. Okay? And once again, shout out to my 2 Japanese subscribers at the moment. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry for the delay for replying to Japanese comments. I have to Google translate everything, and that takes a bit longer than my other countries such as Indonesia and Philippines, who actually speak English in the comment section. So shout out to the Japanese folks for culturing really dope talent over there. I'm very excited to react to more Japanese content or whatever content you guys throw my way. This is Drum Roast signing off. Peace out, everyone.